Whether they are bought legally or illegally, those packs of cigarettes that wind up in New York start their journey in the same place, the tobacco fields of North Carolina and Virginia. After it is harvested, the tobacco is aged for about 10 weeks before being sold to manufacturers like Philip Morris, headquartered in Richmond. Philip Morris has been the largest tobacco manufacturer in the United States since 1938. The company produces 2 of the top 10 cigarette brands in the country, in Marlboro and Parliament. But once manufacturers move their finished product out of their plants, they pretty much lose control over what ultimately happens to it. That's because smugglers buy up both legally taxed and untaxed cigarettes to resell in their home states up north, where steep taxes make legal cigarettes more expensive.
Basically, it's a tremendous incentive for people to just even come down here and get untaxed cigarettes or whatever, and then go back to New York and sell them by the pack or by the carton, and get a significant profit.
Manufacturers are required to put a state-designated tax stamp on every pack of cigarettes they produce. But smugglers employ many methods to avoid the state tax laws. Because their state taxes are among the highest in the nation, Connecticut, New York, and Rhode Island are among the hardest hit.
There's very few jurisdictions that haven't been touched by it, but most of your interstate jurisdictions, especially the north-south ones, are affected by it because they come from out of state, they grab the cigarettes from here or do the cigarette stuff here and then go back either north or south.
The Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives in Washington says one tractor-trailer truck with a load of 800 cases, or 48,000 cartons, of cigarettes could make a profit of just over $4 million. Still, drivers of legal cargo say smuggling is not worth the risk.
Fines, jail time. It's illegal. You're supposed to haul what you've got in your truck. You're supposed to be there.
But law enforcement officials say most smugglers aren't caught. In fact, 21% of all cigarettes produced in Virginia are smuggled out of the state. Controlling smuggling is also a struggle for prosecutors. Conviction rates in Virginia tend to be low.
If you don't get a confession, you've got to prove the cases against the person, typically on circumstantial evidence. You're going to need, for example, video. You're going to need people from the store to cooperate. You're going to need to track back where the cigarettes came from. And if they're not telling you anything, it's pretty hard to do that.
Stricter penalties for smugglers caught in Virginia have been added in the past year. Bilius says that should help deter smugglers from taking the risk of trafficking cigarettes.
I'm certain from doing this work for these number of years now that strict penalties definitely have an effect on conduct. To measure that is extraordinarily difficult, but I would say that the lack of penalty or a minor penalty really encourages the conduct.
Law enforcement officials say more even tax rates along the eastern seaboard would help reduce smuggling, but an effort by one Virginia lawmaker to do just that failed 2 years running. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Corey Smith.